Happy Halloween from a graveyard in Poway. Well, sorry story here. These people just came out here to die, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But first, got to start from the beginning to a happier time, which is today. I'm going to start to show you how to get here, and then we'll take the tour. So here's where the trail begins. We're at the corner of Sycamore Valley and Garden in Poway. There's the big Sycamore Creek wall letting you into this community. It's before the community starts. And then right across the street here, this is where the trail starts. And we're going to head up to the graveyard. Okay, so even it's a short jaunt, it is kind of straight up. And Elza Caskey, the patriarch of the family, started in Kentucky and came out here because I believe most of the family had tuberculosis. And they thought the weather would be much better for them, and well, they ended up dying one by one out here. Michael Jr., or Michael, he actually died of meningitis before I think his father did. And they're all here in Poway. There's also one other memorial out here, and it's to someone who lost their life at 9/11. The name is escaping me right now. It is kind of beat up. It's been here a while. Been through the weather. But, let's see if I can see his name. I think it was Gary something. Yeah, Gary Bird. There's a little memorial to him here as well. So there are a couple of interesting things still on this trail that I'm going to show you, because they did have quite a bit of bad luck when they got out here. So bear with me. So from the graveyard there, just following this field here, and eventually we'll get to some dwellings. Unfortunately, those did burn down while they were there. I guess they started with a smaller structure and then built a second one that had 2 stories for the extended family. And I believe that one burned down. I'll show you both ruins, but I'm not sure which house is which, but we're getting there. As you skirt this field, there's going to be a little V up there. You're going to want to take the left one, which is the north, and you're going to be on this trail, which isn't too far from the field. And you'd probably overlook it if you were taking it, but there is a structure here, and I can't figure out if this is one of the homes, if it was a barn. It's got a very strange slope to this lower half. It looks like it did have a roof. This looks to be fixed here, but the slant and going down to the ground doesn't make much sense to me. There is obviously fire damage. There's more on the other side, but I'm not exactly sure what this structure is. The other one is more obvious a house, and we'll get to that in a moment. But still not sure if this was a house or something for livestock, storage, not sure. But you might miss it coming down the trail, but you'll definitely see it coming back because it's kind of behind you to your left. Now that we've passed the field completely, we're going to be, oh, actually you can see it right now, coming up on the chimney, which is obvious a house. I don't know if it is the house. The one that burned down, they said it was 2-story. What I read, this doesn't appear to be 2-story, but it does have a basement. So we'll get there in just a second. So here we are, kind of looking at what would be the ground floor here. And there's flashing up there, so I'm guessing that was the roof. So I would have thought this would have been a 1-story, with the exception it has a basement. So I don't know if back in the day that qualified as 2 stories, but we're in the basement here. You can see where the roof would have been. It would have been short. Chimney for the regular living. Pretty nice size living area, and just kind of cool. Come visit, and it's beautiful. The work on this, I guess they probably used local stone. but some of the way the edges are so flat, and I don't know if they're milled but the edges are just incredible. I don't know how they got that, if they were just local. There is around a lot of like metal. There's another part back there, and down here there's another foundation. Not sure what this would have been. This might have been the original house, because I think they started in a small place. But again, I don't see much in the way of walls. It could have very been, but well, that could have been the foundation, and they would have put wood from here. That might have been a well. Yeah, so that's that. And you can see this goes much further down. There's another set of foundation all the way down about that. What is that? Not a laurel sumac. It's a elderberry, although it's dead. All right. Well, that's the story of them and their unfortunate demise, because most of them did succumb to either tuberculosis or something else relatively quickly once they got here. I guess you can get here also from this lower trail, but this is the one I came in on up here. All right, so happy Halloween. Enjoy.